Robin!
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Just in time as we're coming back, they're starting to promote the Arthur movie with Russell Brand. And we're not fans of comedies that are remade. Not at all, man.
Especially when they worked perfectly fine the first time.
And especially when they feel timeless. You know what I mean? You could pop Arthur on today, and it would still work.
Yeah.
So why are they remaking it?
Yeah, why
can't they make another character that's sort of like an Arthur character, but make it their own? But Russell Brand is remaking Arthur. He's a funny guy. I got to give it to him. And then they had the scene in the hospital where what's his name's dying there. Help me out.
It was John Gielgud.
Yeah, but what was
in
his
the
character?
movie.
I forgot. And he was dying, and he had the cowboy hat on, right?
No, Bitterman was the. He was the chauffeur. Yeah, he had put the cowboy hat on.
In the original movie.
He goes, if I begin to die, please remove this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the new movie... It's
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Or
Hopkins?
Hopkins, wasn't
Not
it?
Hobson.
Hobson.
Hobson, thank you.
Hobson.
Thank you, whoever came up with that. And
someone got Hopkins and it put us onto Hobson, so you suck.
Okay. So they remade the scene for the it's in the trailer, and he's wearing a Darth Vader mask.
Yeah.
In the hospital room.
We have the official trailer.
Good. I want to see
I haven't seen this yet.
Because that's the first time I've seen anything from the new Arthur. What's up?
You want to wait for James?
Oh, yeah, because you would have a problem. Yeah, Jimmy's in the
not
bathroom.
gonna like
okay.
this.
Well, you know what? We can do a couple things.
We're eager beavers.
We could do a couple things. We'll do the Arthur trailer in a second. But for Anthony, Kyoto.
Oh.
Is that a town in Japan?
Yes.
Okay, Kyoto. Fuel rods at number 2 reactor of Fukushima, number 1 nuke plant now fully exposed.
Uh-oh.
Is that bad?
Yeah. That's a bad one.
And there's a guy, I got to thank...
Here's a guy.
I got to thank Andy Levy. Andy Levy knows where to go for news.
I know.
He really does.
He's got sources and contacts, too, that just text him or tweet him, and he's like, he's in the know.
Well, he turned me and a lot of other people on to this guy on Twitter. It's W7VOA.
Yeah.
And I guess this guy is big time in the know and getting info way before the mainstream media that we are aware of, like CNN, Fox, and what have you.
Yeah, this guy's the go-to guy.
This guy is getting most of the stuff first, and then it filters out to everyone else. And you can follow him on Twitter. It's W7VOA, and I want to thank Andy Levy for that. But he is saying, this guy, Kyoto, fuel rods at number 2 reactor of Fukushima, number 1 nuke plant now fully exposed. So you want to explain that to us, Andy?
Yeah, that means that there's nothing cooling it. And nothing keeping it from having a giant reaction with the other rods and melting.
Meltdown.
Yeah, that's called your meltdown. That shit gets hot.
So, and I'm sure CNN and all them will have this in another hour or so. But this just came in.
You're supposed to keep those underwater.
Okay.
Underwater.
But it's fully exposed.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we started talking about the Arthur trailer, and then we said we better wait for Jimmy to get back. They just showed, as we were getting back from break, Russell Brand in the hospital room.
Yes.
You remember the famous scene in the original Arthur? But instead of the cowboy hat, Hobson.
Darth Vader, right?
Oh, you've seen it?
Oh, yeah, I thought the trailer was actually pretty good. Am I crazy? Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
But
I haven't seen it with the sound.
We're still not fans of comedies being remade,
I agree.
right?
Yes.
So I'm really bothered that they're remaking Arthur.
I saw this trailer, and I'm like, there's no way it could be good. And I watched it, and I was like, hey, you know what?
Oh, no.
I can't say... The trailer didn't look bad. You may have a different take on it, though, but it was...
All right, let's take a look at this. The trailer for the new Arthur with Russell Brand, who obviously is a funny guy. You got to give it to him.
Oh, we used to know him.
Yeah, no kidding. And we even said what would happen, and he laughed at us. No, he didn't laugh at us. He said, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
No. Bitterman, open the door.
Bitterman, close that door.
Get in the car. Not you, Bitterman.
Who are you people?
I'm his nanny.
I'm not. I'm Bitterman.
I hate the music.
Morning, Arthur.
Yeah.
Hello, Hobson.
Say goodbye to your friends now, Arthur. Make me.
Ow! Hobson!
Get on the horse.
No, it's okay.
Maybe Daddy could help?
Let me help. Ow! But you're not qualified. Please. What? That was no trouble.
You're going to marry Susan Johnson. Hello, Arthur.
Ah! What was that?
French kiss.
Really? Because the French always surrender. That was decidedly German.
Your mother will see you now.
Arthur, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I don't want to marry Susan.
Fine. You are cut off.
Cut off from the...
The money.
I think I could live without the money.
I am a grown man and I shall get a job to prove it. Don't let that undermine what I just said.
We should not get married. It's a business partnership.
Not like
we don't
a-
have anything in common.
You love horses. I don't trust them. Their shoes are permanent. Who makes that kind of a commitment
We
to
get
a
on.
shoe?
You know how to use Excel?
No.
PowerPoint?
No.
Outlook?
Generally positive, you know, I mean, I have down days like anyone, but... Let me look after
Tell you
you
why
for
I
a
hate
change.
this in a
How does
second.
this bag of tea
It's
work?
obvious.
Be careful, it's going to be very, very hot.
You're running from yourself, are they? I wish I was, because I'd let me get away. Put this on, please. Say, wash your winky.
Wash your winky.
Could you do Chewy?
Hobson,
We're going to hang out
And
together.
they made
Never
Hobson
hung
a
out in
woman.
my life, and I'm not going to start tonight.
Hobson!
He's weak. He's stronger than you think.
You used to say, Arthur, you can do anything under the sun. I never spoke like that. It was a bit like that.
Do you like it?
I'm a bad kitty.
Susan, stop it! My bed is made of magnets. Get me out of here! At least something in this room is attracted to you. Fisherman?
Why are you shaving?
because Robin doesn't have a beard.
I can see your tummy.
Oh my
Can I start?
God!
Please let me start.
Yeah, go.
I hate it, and the number one reason I hate it, he's not drunk. He's not a drunk in this movie, which is Arthur.
Hey, wait a minute.
He is not drunk. What they're doing is he's a fuck up. He's a rich kid fuck up, but he's
Whoa,
not a
I didn't
drunk.
even realize that.
drives me fucking nuts.
I think he is. They probably didn't show it in the trailer. I think he is, though.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because they're obviously blowing it off in the trailer.
Yeah.
He didn't look drunk in any scene.
He didn't look drunk in any scene.
He looks like, yeah.
That's
There
a
was
good
one
call.
scene that he sort of sounded like Arthur drunk.
Right.
I'm starting to think that he's not drunk. He's just a fuck up.
Because it's bad to show
it would
somebody
be very
drunk having
bad.
fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he is a drunk,
not-
but
I don't know.
You think he is?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Can we? They got to be talking about the movie somewhere. I need
didn't
to
like
know
the,
now.
I watched the trailer again. I didn't like it as much, but I didn't like the way the boom and the music.
Oh, well, that's the trailer.
All
That's-
trailers
that's
do
what
that.
suck like
do.
that.
Yeah.
I also noticed. I hate that they got to make Hobson a woman. That's whatever. Also, it's kind of the same basic storyline, but it looks like they redid everything.
Well,
which is good. They're not trying to use the same jokes.
Remember when they redid the Brady Bunch, but they went over the top with it and made fun
Yes.
of it? If they're doing that, then awesome. I would love to see this movie. You
And
know what I mean?
yeah.
If they're kind of spinning it and going, all right, we're going to make fun of the whole Arthur thing.
I think they were doing a little tribute, kind of funny thing to John Gielgud too in that one scene where he said, "You sounded like this." She goes, "I never sounded like this," because that's kind of like
that was
John Gielgud
yeah, of
sounds
course.
like that.
Yes, he did.
Oh, all
He
right.
did.
A drunken playboy stands to lose a wealthy inheritance when he falls for a woman his family doesn't like.
Yeah, but
So-
that's the first one. Like, it sounds like the first one. How drunk is he? It could be implied drunkenness, or is he going to be drinking and with the drink
Right,
out the
right.
window, driving in the car? And
Russell Brand was in control.
Yeah.
He looked like he was just more of a fuck up.
I didn't see him staggering.
Which is even worse if they're blowing that angle off for the trailer to try to, keep
Yeah,
it
they
all
should
friendly
show
for
him
everyone.
drunk. They should
Now I'm
show
really
him drunk.
confused which one it's going to be. But Helen Mirren, oh my God, let's see her naked.
Really? No. Well, you can see her naked in Caligula.
Old
No,
broad.
I want to see the old version naked.
I was going to say something and I forgot.
I just hate when they remake comics.
I agree. I typically don't like it either.
Because Russell Brand could play. He could play just a different character that's sort of similar to that. Why not?
And the difference is, like in the original Susan, the woman he was supposed to marry is
Was proper.
Prim proper.
Prim
and just,
proper.
yeah, boring.
But and then Liza Minnelli is the star, who's the average-looking woman,
Right.
But who really sweeps him off his feet with her
Yeah.
personality.
And she was great in that movie. Who's playing Liza in this movie?
A girl named Greta, but they don't like show her at all in the trailer.
Van Susteren.
Not at all.
And what about Liza's father?
That's Nick. Oh,
That shit was hilarious in Arthur.
I think Susan's father is Nick Nolte in this.
Okay.
But the Susan is played by Jennifer Garner, And from what I hear, she's good in it, and it's like it's hard to convince somebody that you're not going to want to fuck Jennifer Garner forever, especially if she has a personality.
Yeah,
but they didn't show they changed the storyline a little bit because they didn't show the other girl at all in this. Greta.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. When is that movie coming out? Another month or so? April 4th, I think. Uh-oh.
Coming in April.
Uh-oh.
What? Is that bad movie time?
Oh, yeah, it is. Coming out before the summer releases? Never good.
Really?
They saved the good ones for the summer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ugly.
What does that mean? Uh-oh. Yeah, we used to have Russell on the show. Remember those days?
Yeah.
He won't be drunk in the movie because it's PG-13. Then he can't remake...
I think you could show somebody drunk.
A little bit, and maybe...
I think it's got to be too politically correct.
I think so,
I don't
too.
think we're going to be seeing a very drunk
no.
Arthur.
Be Playboyish. Maybe there'll be a drink in his hand. I don't even think you can show a drink in his hand in a PG-13 if you're looking for a big audience.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't
Who knows? We'll be following that one closely. Hey, you hear what Larry Kudlow said?
Who?
About the tsunami.
Oh, yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah, this is not good. This was a little slip up.
Oh, boy.
We got for the people.
Someone in trouble? Someone apologizing?
There is an apology, yeah, but here we go.
And look at the S&P bouncing back. It's up about 0.4%. All in all, the market taking this in stride.
I mean, the human toll here looks to be much worse than the economic toll, and we can be grateful for that. And the human toll is a
Oh, wow. Okay, that probably wasn't the best way to put it.
I'll back up.
Listen to this. This is really kind of bad.
The human toll here looks to be much worse than the economic toll, and we can be grateful for that. And the human toll is a tragedy. We know that. But these markets are, all these markets, right? Stocks, commodities, oil, gold. There is no major breakout or breakdown.
As the traders told us, oil is very much a part of this today because oil is moving lower.
Oh, boy.
He just mixed up. He meant to say the...
I don't think he meant to say that at all.
No.
I think he meant exactly what he said.
Yeah, and he got caught.
And
the human toll, who is he saying it to?
The human toll is greater than the economic toll, which is a good thing. Thinking, because he's just talking money.
No. Nobody would say that on TV.
He fucked up.
Hey.
Guaranteed.
There you go. We got a reporter.
No, he's up to his ankles, yeah.
Is it ankles or knees? Is it the reflection?
Yeah, I think it's a reflection.
John Huddy, locally here on Fox, he's standing in some water today.
Yes.
I think if you
Anderson, New Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey, yes, of course.
I think if you
got
listen to what
Anderson
he
Cooper
said.
trying to figure out if he should leave because the radiation cloud is coming toward him. Then you got this local asshole in water up to his ankles because there's some flooding in Jersey.
If you listen to what that guy said, he absolutely meant what he said.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's CNBC because they think about economics all the
money.
time, not human lives. I guess he apologized later on Twitter.
Oh, did he?
He had to apologize on Twitter.
What did he say?
I apologize.
Did he say that? I didn't mean to say that, or it came out backwards?
I honestly don't follow a bore like that, so I don't know. No, it just says that he apologized on Twitter. And now we got a radio guy in trouble in Montreal.
What did he do?
Montreal.
Montreal. Montreal. What did he do?
He cursed.
Oh.
Which, by the way, it's tough to play because we're on satellite where we could curse, but you gotta understand.
Yeah, remember
a lot of places you still can't curse on the radio, and this guy Marco Campagna, I guess, curses up a storm after the computer messes up on Montreal's 9:90 a.m.
Well, it is a computer problem. You got to.
Advertising Doing advertising. After all, truth matters. Visit adstandards.ca.
Fuck, man! Everything's broken in this fucking place. I can't even play a spot right now because the fucking phone is ringing. And I can't see the screen when the phone rings. Fuck. Now we have dead
It's the French version of me.
This sounds exactly like this place.
Yeah, they don't have a fucking skill set.
This is with a French accent.
fucking phone is ringing, and I can't see the screen when the phone rings. Fuck. Now we have dead air.
No, you
Saturday
don't.
and Sunday mornings at 6. Supersize your sports knowledge as Gary Whitaker and Nick Murdaco host The Franchise. The Franchise gives you a 3-hour head start on everything you need to know to face the day with a well-rounded outlook on the night before and the day ahead. All delivered like a delicious pizza by the two guys who aren't happy unless they're biting off more than they can chew. Nick Murdaco, Gary Whitaker, The Franchise.
Isn't it funny that, like, how did he get fired?
I don't know.
I don't think they care about fuck that bad up there. Just don't say fuck and then put like a race in front of it and you're
just don't
fine in
say
Canada.
fucking Jew or fucking
Probably
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah.
So, but that's always fun to listen to.
Somebody melting down.
Someone losing their fucking mind.
Exactly.
Just kind of going through some things here. Michael Madsen, who was just on our show.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Turns out that he's dodging a lot of people.
Yeah, he seems
maybe not a lot
to
of
be,
people. Yeah, maybe a lot of people. Because you know more about this story than I have in front of me, right, Ant?
Oh, I know a little bit of everything.
You have the Tarantino angle that I don't really see in here.
Yes, and Pierce Brosnan, he borrowed money off of.
Really?
Yeah, he filed for bankruptcy a couple of years back. And I guess he doesn't have to pay them back now, but he borrowed a few $100,000 from Pierce Brosnan and borrowed $1 million from Quentin Tarantino
and hasn't paid those.
And hasn't paid it back. He's $500,000 deep in child support and spousal support payments. So they issued a warrant for his arrest, and he's on the lam, I guess, right now.
Oh my God. Can we get him on the phone?
He's so good. It's like, what the fuck
love
is he
him.
doing?
He's becoming a friend of the show. He seemed like he was in a good place when he was in here a mere week or two ago. We know he has to make a lot of movies.
Oh, that's why he's pumping out those movies.
Yeah, he played his hand a while ago and said, "Look, I'm making these movies because I got bills to pay and a mortgage to pay." Madsen issued an arrest warrant after missing court hearing on child support and, like you said, spousal support. Arrest warrant. Failing to show up to a hearing about his spousal and child support debts. Yeah, $570,000 in the hole, like Ann said. Skipped out on a hearing about the sum. Oof. And his bail is set at $26,000 if they get him. Michael Madsen in trouble.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Where did all his money go? He has Kill Bill money.
Too many kids, though.
Kids, ex-wife, fucking maybe some bad investments.
Oh, a lot of them do. A lot of business managers, man, are so. I keep my eye on fucking everything.
Every dime.
I go online, I check my account all the time, man. Make sure my taxes are paid.
Yeah,
I don't go over every tax thing, but I add up my totals. I go over all my shit, my receipts. I fucking pour over it. I mean, it's like you have to know what you're doing so you don't want it broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oof. Yeah, he's looks like he's going to be pumping out more of those movies. Poor guy.
Yeah, that sucks. Just had him in.
Yeah.
Seemed happy, right?
Yeah, he probably still is happy. He doesn't seem like a guy that
gives a
is
fuck.
bothered by a lot of that shit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Whatever.
And our boy Gallagher's doing well. That turned out to be a minor heart attack. We had that story on Friday.
Was it?
Minor heart attack. He's already back on the road.
Oh my God.
I don't even think he missed a gig.
Jesus.
He's been released from the Minnesota hospital where he was treated for a minor heart attack. Did you see the video, Jimmy?
I did not know.
Gallagher, in the middle of smashing shit, drops.
Oh, no, I saw the photo of it.
And then some asshole who finally has a reason to be videotaping something is all shaky with the camera, and he's fucking filming the ceiling at one point.
They're
Like, what's wrong with
dummies,
you?
aren't they?
You finally have an opportunity. Will you keep your camera still? But he's out of the hospital. And he suffered a heart attack 10 years ago as well, so...
He needs a smaller sledgehammer.
Exactly.
Yeah, it might be a little too heavy for him now.
A little too heavy these days.
Hammer-o-matic.
He is 67.
Is he really?
Yep. He doesn't look 67, right?
Gallagher's almost fucking 70.
Yep.
Jesus.
He doesn't look it.
So he's back out doing he's not doing the gigs he used to do, though, the major gigs.
Nice.
No, this looked like a little shit club in fucking, where was it? Minnesota somewhere.
He did a lot of specials, man.
Yeah, back in the day, he would fill up fucking huge places. Theaters, yeah. He'd have Showtime specials like every fucking 6 months.
Yeah. Very prolific writer.
So the tide came back in Japan, and there was 1,000 bodies in the water?
Yeah, that's
so the tsunami pulls them all out and then throws them back on shore?
Throws them back. And the tide comes in and they throw them back on shore.
They're estimating about 1,000 washed up on shore.
Yeah, there's going to be tens of thousands of dead Japanese people.
It'll make 100,000.
180,000
flee as Japan's nuclear crisis intensifies.
Yeah, that uncovered.
Will that shit fuck up Tokyo? Or is Tokyo far enough away?
All depends on which way the wind's blowing. But, yeah.
On the map, it doesn't look that far away.
That thing could fuck up
the world.
A lot of shit. Yeah, all around it gets up in there and
third largest economy, and you got radiation floating around.
Just starts.
That can't be good for the world.
Floating around the world.
God, we're just gonna poison ourselves eventually. We're just gonna pollute our water and our air to the point where we can't even survive anymore.
Just another extinct life form.
Oh, of course.
Remember humans? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
We think it was a meteor.
No, they just
That's
fucked
what
it up.
They'll be like, we think it was a meteor.
No.
There's no record of their existence.
No, they decided to poison their own air and water, those dummies.
Big ship just going backwards down a street.
Right.
Where do you see that? I just looked up. There's a giant ship going backwards down a street.
You know what I feel bad for? That movie Battle for L.A.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
going to watch that one? You can watch the real shit on TV.
Great.
They have the worst timing ever. Some people said they have great timing. No,
Battle L.A. is
that's fake, and you get the real shit
terrible.
where, like Ann said, you get to see a huge ship just fucking floating down where a street used to be.
Yeah, giant ship, not a boat.
And then you
not a
got this
pleasure
nice
craft.
explosion with massive chunks going. It looks like a quarter mile in the air.
Yep.
Why would you?
Amazing, right?
Why would you see the movie when you could see the real life version?
See the real deal.
I'm a pilot. I belong up there, fighting for the tsunami. Yeah.
That came on yesterday, Independence Day, and I read a lot of tweets from people that say they can't watch it anymore. It's now a comedy.
How about how awful was Randy Quaid? Stinks.
He was so fucking bad in that. Just over the top. Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Like, why is this fucking asshole involved in this killing the aliens?
I'm a pilot. They need me up there.
Oh, good. Hopefully you'll test good in front of a focus group.
This is no
fucking asshole.
There's no way I could talk you out of this. Why don't we get on the horn and let everyone know how to take down these sons of bitches?
Yuck. Randy Quaid helping the president. What a douchey fucking movie.
Tell my family I love them.
Tell him yourself, you fucking asshole. Land your shit plane, let the military do it.
Crop dusting in one fucking scene, and the next, he knows how to fly and operate an F-18.
Yeah, and he has access to the president as aliens are coming. Yeah, I'm sure the president's easy to get next to for a photo. While some dumb stripper is fucking finger popping his wife, fucking bricks around his head. Fucking movie stunk on ice.
It's just, I cannot get enough of hating that movie.
Oh, it's atrocious. And like Patrice was saying last week, I was all in. It could have been a great movie. But the unfunny, uncreative fucking pussies that they are in Hollywood ruin it every time
but
they
they didn't ruin it. I mean, it made a shitload of money for
But I'm saying
involved.
for what I would like. They make a lot of money, but I mean, they ruined it to me, like what I would have enjoyed.
I absolutely agree, but for some reason, enough dummies went and saw it.
I knew they would
we
do
all
it.
did. I'm part of the dummy.
I was enjoying it. I'm like, please just don't let them wreck it. Don't let them wreck it. I'm enjoying this. Don't let them wreck it. And those motherfuckers wrecked it.
What? You're supposed to punch aliens in the face.
Oh, no, you didn't.
It's the only way to stop
Welcome to Earth.
Why don't you have him just soft shoe? Why don't you have him fucking dance down some steps behind Shirley Temple? It's fucking annoying.
Nya, 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 nya.
Exactly, yeah. Put him in a Cab Calloway white suit. Let him sing Minnie the Moocher as the white people fight aliens. If you're going to make the guy shuck and jive, do it for real.
Every fucking fighter pilot I've ever seen that's a black guy on real documentaries and stuff are the most well-spoken, wonderfully analytical and calm, cool, collected people.
Yeah, they're fighter pilots.
They're fighter pilots. They're not going like, I'll be shooting a missile up his ass, yo. No, he's very fucking articulated in the ways of the F-18.
Yeah, I've locked in the target.
Yeah. Like, is that a black guy? No, gives me that. Gives me that tone. I need tone. Gives me that. No Gibbsman dat in the cockpit.
You know, it continues
no TNB.
It continues to this day, and
yeah,
because I know we did the Independence thing for on solid hour or whatever. But Chris S. from Shirley says it continues today. Battle Los Angeles had same douchey ending with "Get on the horn." Oh, if you don't want the spoiler,
well, I'm sure.
Jesus, but I think you can figure out how this movie ends. But it says, get on the horn around the world and tell them how to bring those sons of bitches down.
They don't say that in the movie.
That's what this guy's saying. If someone could back up Chris S.
That's the exact same line.
That's what he's saying. It continues to this day.
He's got to be goofing because that's verbatim.
That's
unless they did it in a tribute to a bad line in another movie.
He's probably fucking around. There's no way that.
I think what he's saying is Battle Los Angeles had the same douchey ending, maybe as that
right.
maybe.
Okay.
Can we see Robert Loja say that, or is it hard to find?
There's a bunch of people that have seen the movie, so please back Chris up if it's something like
Robert
that.
Loja line. Yeah, Danny'll find it.
Dude, there
I'm
was some
sure.
fucking horrible lines. Randy Quaid was a wasted character. I'm the pilot. Like the president's. Oh, shut up. No, you're not.
Hey, fellas. I'm back.
Fucking hated him
as
in
he's
that.
flying his plane ballistic at 0 speed.
I hate characters like that in movies. I fucking...
Oh, I know.
You don't think it's enough that aliens have attacked the White House in New York? Isn't that enough? We don't need more.
No, we really don't.
I don't need a wacky guy.
No, apparently we did. We needed the wacky guy who was abducted and...
that movie sucked my ball bag. My oniony bag. It drained the onion flavor out of my bag, that movie.
We should do a Beavis and Butthead and watch the whole fucking thing and comment about it. Really, really take that apart. But if we had a nice visual element for our show, we could do that.
I don't know. Right?
I hope they're working on that down the hall. I hope they didn't just.
I have a great suggestion that if people are all in on it, I will write up a treatment for it.
Please.
Oh, well,
what is it?
I mentioned it in the meeting, but I'll tell you off air.
Oh, it's a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's a possibility.
I thought it was more of boats down there.
My coffee table book? No, you know what it is? Boats down there is the hard part is each one.
Could you make that book? Because
I'm going to.
It would sell so well and piss off so many people that you came up with a book called Boats Down There.
It's going to be a book, and they're going to be about 2.5 feet by 3.5 foot photographs, heavy, thick construction paper photographs,
and just fuck over your own fan base, like you said. And you don't tell them how big the book is. You kind of blew it already until they get to the book signing, and now they have to carry this giant book home.
There's 3 pictures in it. It's very heavy. $179.
$179.
And I'll sign it for $20.
They can't even get it in a cab on the way home. You're just bothering everybody. With
Boats down there.
With your giant book called
The title
Boats Down
stinks.
There.
You think so?
Boats down there. What does that even mean?
I don't
boats down there.
Don't talk about it much, but when you have a kid and you see these, fucking kid books, I wouldn't be surprised if there's one out there called Boats Down There.
I'm sure there is.
I'll come in with the titles of some of the books my kid has. It's ridiculous, and it goes back to that Brian Regan bit.
Yeah.
Where they're all making a
bloody
fortune off books that have nothing in them.
TikTok.
Nothing of substance.
No. You know, I hate to be a complainer, but
what happened?
God, I asked for that soup a long time ago.
You did.
Who
I know we're short-handed and everything, but I asked for that had to be over an hour ago.
It was. No one listens to you anymore. And it bothers me.
Do. Well, you know what? The company
hot soup.
The company thinks that it's perfectly fine not to.
Yeah, to have no interns
for
a
high-profile radio show.
Yeah.
They punish us for something that might have happened.
Get it?
Why punish us? We had nothing to do with it.
I don't know.
The fucking logic.
I gotta sit here and
whatever. Hey,
Anthony gets the soup.
Yeah.
Anthony gets his soup. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me.
Did they forget?
I don't know.
Was the soup thing forgotten?
We'll find out.
Kenny?
What's the story with the soup, Kenny?
Well, I'm sorry to report that now that the weather's warming up a little, they're not having the soup ready as early as they used to.
Oh, it's not an issue on this end.
The fuck is that about?
That's stupid. Soup's delicious no matter how warm it is.
What else
outside.
do they have? That's
by the way, that's a great title for a bumper sticker. Yeah. Soup's delicious no matter how warm it is outside.
Perfect. Let's get those made too.
Nobody would want that on their car.
We'll hand them
Not
out.
even soup people.
We'll hand them out for free at your book signing for books down there.
Yeah, maybe the soup Nazi will come. Hey, I'm at that chain. Fucking temperamental dickhead.
And then the cunt would give us one soup that we had to share every day.
He sucked.
He was so stingy with his soup. We're like,
I know.
We're your big advertisers. Get us some soup.
And he'd give us the shittiest soup too.
The one that wasn't selling, like the broccoli,
broccoli and cheese
or whatever it was.
It's like, fuck that. Where's the turkey
I'm
chili?
so glad
bitch?
we could finally talk about this asshole.
I don't want the toenail armpit sweat soup with fucking little hair follicles in it.
It was the soup guy from Seinfeld, obviously.
Soup Nazi.
Soup Nazi. He opens up a bunch of chains. Most of them have gone under.
Yes, they have.
You see one every once in a while if you travel. And we're like, hey, guy, we're doing the live reads, but we don't know how your soup tastes. So could you bring some samples for us every day? And he got really mad, and he would only give us like one soup, and
shitty,
lousy
choice soup. Shitty soup.
He's lousy.
It wasn't the turkey chili that we wanted. Remember, every day we're like, could you just give us some fucking turkey chili soup?
Chili. They don't have turkey chili down there.
They do sometimes. See, I'm not allowed to leave. I have to stay at my post.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if I was allowed to go down there, I would give them a nice gratuity.
Yeah, right.
By the way, he says that to people. Do you understand? We're getting out of a cab, and Kenny goes, hold on a second. I want to give you a nice gratuity. he always tells people he's going to give them a nice gratuity.
And it's only 10%.
Oh, it's never a
on
good
a $7
gratuity.
fare.
No, I got to give him the celebrity tip because Jimmy's there.
Celebrity tip.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nice.
That's 11%.
Yeah.
I like
and
it.
at my new CD. Yeah. Here's Despicable. Whatever fucking tongue you're babbling in. Here's Despicable. You can eat it.
Jimmy's not stingy. He likes to spread it around.
That's right. By it, I mean my cum. I spread it around like butter.
Brian in North Carolina, what do you got on the kid book thing?
Opie, my kid has a 35-page book that takes me about 4.5 minutes to read, and it leaves me about 25 minutes to figure out what else to do before I have to put him to bed.
Oh, yeah, at least your kid, pays attention. My kid pays attention for 1 or 2 pages and then decides he needs to eat the book.
And that's it?
Yeah, then he has to eat it.
Eat it. I eat that shit.
And he decided yesterday that shampoo tastes good. That was exciting.
He's probably not wrong.
Is it Johnson's baby shampoo?
No,
that is delicious.
We had a lot of visitors at our house the last few days, and somebody, I'm just going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
We had a big shampoo and a big conditioner in the bathtub for their usage.
Yeah.
And it has a pump. So someone that we had in our house in the last 3 or 4 days, it wasn't smart enough to use the pump. So what do? They unscrewed the top. So I'm watching my kid for literally seconds. I turn my head and I turn back, and he's basically has the pump part out, and he puts it in his mouth. What the fuck?
Kids just don't know what they're doing.
But see, that's your job as a parent. You go into it understanding that. But what you learn is fucking adults don't know what they're doing.
No.
Look, we have a kid in the house. Figure it out. Keep everything tight for us. Sorry.
Oh, God.
I saw your nephew at F.H. Riley's, though.
Little Warren.
Kid's getting big.
He's getting big, yeah. He's yapping a lot, too.
I don't even think his parents knew I was there. I saw them from afar, and I couldn't get to him to say hi. Yeah.
Oh.
But
Donnie and Patrick.
Oh, this is where we're going, because that's all nonsense, obviously. Were you in when we had Snoop on the air?
I was
From
not.
The Wire?
Snoop.
I'm crying. I missed that.
From The Wire.
You weren't here.
She got arrested.
It was me and Ann.
Yeah.
She gave us a great interview, man, and we even talked about how you're not acting. You're a tough broad from the streets, and
So mad I missed that.
And she got swept up in a drug raid, man.
Yeah.
Snoop from The Wire.
Felicia Pearson, her name is.
Is shocked to be facing charges of conspiring to sell heroin. Her attorney said Friday. She's a little bit dismayed at being in position that she didn't place herself in. I don't know what that means.
She's probably, maybe it had nothing to do with her, and she was there in the wrong place. She might have been wrong place, wrong time.
One of 64 people charged.
Yeah.
So she got arrested.
64.
So,
Where? Baltimore?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah. There's some shit going on in Baltimore.
Yeah. So I guess she's saying, look, man, I have nothing to do with this. But of course, that's what you would say, right?
That's the I ain't did nothing.
I ain't did nothing.
I ain't did nothing.
Is that different than the...
Gives me that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then there's Medican.
What is that one?
Medican is what happens. That's like rape or incest, shit like that, is Medican. And then there's, I can't say it, but when someone freaks out, like whenever you see that, the camera inside a Burger King or a McDonald's, and someone's freaking out. Some woman ordered it and get right, and she weighs like 400 pounds, and she's freaking out. That's called something too.
Oh boy,
freaking out is it called?
Well, it's got out in it. It's got out in it, but it's called something else. Yes, a lot of people that I'm reading here seem to know exactly.
Of
what it's
course
called.
they do.
And there's TNB.
What's that?
It's a gossip website. It's typical. Yeah, it's typical, and then the N-word behavior. So people call it TNB, and then they give an example. These are all on racist websites. That me being, I like
racist.
No, I like looking at what's going on in the world. I like knowing who's getting along and who's not, and why they are. And I'm a student of society, and they come up with a lot of different terminology for black people and what they do and things as such, and the black people do also. They come up with things about white people that are pretty hysterical. I watch those black Jew guys.
Black Israelites.
Black Israelites.
Black Jew guys.
Black Jew guys.
Jesus.
The black Jew guy.
Yeah. Jew broad prejudice against the black Israelites.
His day and age. And they really are inciting out there on the sidewalk. And when white people come up and start yelling back at them, they try to get the black people that are in the crowd around watching them to perpetrate violence on the white person. Because they won't do it themselves, but they're like, why don't you take care of this man? Why don't you take care of him? You see what he's doing to... so they try to incite. If I went up in Times Square and started some kind of anti-black babble, I would be arrested in a second.
I wish I had the guts to do this. I would love to see footage of somebody standing in front of them laughing like they were watching a comedy show. Like, just fucking howling it. Like,
you probably could find that.
But not angrily.
Right.
But, like, genuinely enjoying it. Like, clapping and laughing. And, like, this guy's the best.
You lean over to the guy next to you. Did you hear what he said?
The original man.
We got cameras. Let's go do it.
That would be really
funny.
funny.
Let's fucking do it. That's one that we should do.
I don't care about
It's got to be the over-the-top De Niro laugh from Cape Fear.
Their dumb prison anger. I don't give a fuck. They're just dopes.
Yeah, it really is stupid. Look at them.
Preach!
Shut up.
And the one guy will read passages from the Bible, and the other guy will try to tell you what they meant. And completely twist it around.
They look like clowns.
Are they black wizards?
They are. They're dressed like wizards.
Do they have wizardry?
They're practicing wizardry.
But nobody takes them seriously. It's like they're allowed to do it, but they're just making clowns out of themselves.
And the fact that they're allowed to do it, though, is one-sided.
Klan could do it.
The Klan could not stand in Times Square and do that. No fucking way could they do that.
Maybe because the violence against them would be too bad.
Well, how about the violence against these people? How come we got to look at them calling you a devil, calling white people the devil, pointing out white people and saying how they're the devil? If you go up, I saw a video of one guy, he had a Bible, white guy, walked right up to them and started reading scripture back to them and telling them what it meant. And they were just yelling at him and shit. It's inciting a riot is what it's doing.
The reason people probably don't attack them is, A, nobody takes them seriously. The Klan has a history of violence.
Oh, and black men don't?
Oh, no, black men do. But I'm saying this group, the Black Israelites, don't have a history. The Klan's history is just, to me, they're fairly harmless now. They're
That's
just a
old
bunch
history,
of racists.
right? Yeah.
But it's like the Nazis. It's like you can't be a part of that and not expect the same thing that would give people reason to listen to you is the same thing that's going to cause people to want to throw bricks at you. And I would like to see bricks thrown at Klansmen more than these guys, because these guys annoy me more because I'm white.
I know, they just annoy me.
But to me, these guys, they haven't been such cowards where they're hiding. At least they're not hiding their faces.
Well, you
3
know
o'clock in
why?
the morning, fucking burning crosses on people's lawns.
But here's why. They know they can do this with impunity. No one's going to hit them. No one's going to fucking take any action. The cops aren't going to stop them because, God forbid, you do anything to the black community that's trying to preach and they would say better themselves by preaching hate and racism is what they do out in public, which, like I said, I am all about First Amendment.
Right.
Say whatever the fuck you want. But right down the street in Times Square, I'd love to see a fucking gathering of National Socialists.
But I'm saying
preaching their fucking ideology.
The Klan hid their faces because there would have been no repercussions for them in the 50s in Mississippi and the 40s. They could have done whatever they did do whatever they wanted. But there was such a cowardice to it because they were doing wrong shit. These guys, I don't like these guys. I think they're laughable. They're irritating. I would love to have the balls to stand there and laugh or just stand there and keep yawning. And how boring they are. You know, there's so many things. Or fucking breakdance in front of them. I wish I had the balls to pop lock in front of them like fucking 1985 because that would annoy them. They're used to being yelled at.
We should write something up and go do it. They ain't gonna touch us.
I'm not worried about them touching us. No, they're just
let's go
clowns.
have some fun, man. They are clowns.
But they have no history. This group, I don't think that they have a history of actually doing shit to people other than being enragingly annoying. And they are enraging. I would love to you'd love to just attack them with a flamethrower.
Yeah,
they're not doing anything other than just talking shit.
Well, then let other people do the same thing in Times Square. Do you think they're getting a permit? Do you think they have a permit every day to go out there?
They might. Because
they have a permit every day.
Because they were in front of the MTV building a long time ago when I used to do stuff there. And let me tell you something. The reason that the Klan and the National Socialists wouldn't do it is they wouldn't have the balls to stand out there without police protection every day. Most of them would, it's like the fucking Westboro Church. Like, the Klan...
Why do they need police protection? Because they're white people preaching against, let's say, black people, and they know that black people would come up and clock them in the fucking face.
Absolutely.
And these guys know that scaredy shit douchebag white people aren't going to lay a hand on them. They know it.
Well, you are right,
we
but again...
suck as a race, white people.
No.
White people suck.
Hold on, there's a couple things going on, because Times Square has a lot of cops, so they're protected every day.
Yeah.
They're certainly protected every day. And I want to ask Ant really quickly, when I walk by that, and I think when Jimmy walks by that, I see how comical that is, but it seems like it enrages you.
Oh, it enrages me because it's a double standard.
Have you walked by those guys in Times Square?
It's not so much. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not so much. I could give a shit what they're saying.
They look like clowns.
I know.
They look like fools.
I know. I think my point's being kind of missed here.
Well, that's why I want to ask you.
I'm not talking about what they're saying. That isn't enraging me. It's like it is infuriating what they're saying, but that isn't the gist of it. What I hate is the complete double standard. The fact that they can do it and stand there and preach fucking hatred, bigotry, and racism.
Right.
Which, by the way, black people apparently can't really do because they don't have the power. They've tried to brainwash everyone to think you can't be black and racist.
Right.
Which is complete bullshit.
Nonsense.
But then there's the white people that can't do it. Legally, they can't. They have permits for everything.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So they have permits to stand there. So if National Socialists wanted to go out there every day and preach anti-Semitism and racism, they would be allowed to do it just as readily as these people?
Here's the difference. This is why you think, believe me, white people... It's not like white people are a race of cowards who have never confronted blacks. It is literally...
Not in the modern age.
But when you look at historically, the Klan has a long history of violently and cowardly attacking civilians. The Nazis have a history of fucking barbaric abuse. These are not just opinions. These are people who are basing their identity in a group with a history. And it's almost like people are attacking that history. It's like... These guys, they're just fucking clowns. But they have no history themselves.
How about I bring up the recent history of the totally disproportionate number of violent crimes committed by black men? How about that history?
Right. What they're talking about there, though, is a dumb religious is the thing. I know
the dumb religious thing includes white people.
I know.
Being the devil.
I know.
Literally the devil, and them preaching how white people should be wiped from the face of the earth, and how they will eventually, how they come from queens and kings and princes and flying pyramids and all that happy horse shit. And no one can confront them on it. You can't fucking smack them in the face. You can't get so outraged that you would commit violence against them, because white people don't do that for the most part in these situations. But guaranteed, you get somebody up there preaching racism against blacks, they'd get either shot or a punch in the fucking face.
Let me go to a cop that worked that beat in Times Square.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Eric could give us a little more info on this. Eric in Staten Island, go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, man.
I just want to let Anthony know I worked there a few times with them. They do get the sound permits for that speaker. But on the other point, of saying where the white guy doesn't go up to him, I haven't physically locked someone up, but you get the tourists from Middle America who do actually go up and hit these guys, and we have to lock them up, and vice versa, where they get into it, and we have to lock them up too. So
that's nice.
Yeah, they do roll with the
So they're
people.
getting arrested.
Yeah, exactly. It's the tourists who go after them, though. It's not so much New York.
Yeah, I can see some guy from the Midwest like, hey, what the hell are you talking about, boy?
Well, because I think New Yorkers, I hate to say this, but we're immune to a lot of this shit. You see this crap when you're walking around, and it really is comical on the surface.
These guys are no threat other than they're annoying. That's all they really are. And I know what you mean about a history of
they are a threat. They are inciting violence against white people. That is dangerous. Well, it's the same thing. You want to look back at any movement, the Klan, you want to look back at National Socialism, and I'm not saying that's where this is headed, right? But it did start with guys just bullshitting on the street like that. People do take this shit to heart and think if Whitey's the devil, I could perpetrate crimes against them. They're inciting.
You're inciting right now. People are very upset with you.
Well, hold
on. Chris on Long Island, really fast.
Exactly, Anthony, you are inciting. Listen, you're real close to Times Square. Go down there and punch the guy in the face yourself instead of calling us a bunch of pussies.
No, because we're pussies. Because I, first of all, don't want to get jumped in on by 20 guys, because you'll never see a fair fight. I'll get sucker punched on the side of the fucking head and then kicked and stomped in the skull. Because that's common practice with fighting. And I'm not going to do that because, you know what? Silly me, don't want to get locked up. Don't want to go to jail.
No, you're right. That's exactly it. We're not a bunch of pussies. We have too much to lose. And
I said we're pussies not for punching them in the face, my friend. We're pussies for not going on the other side of the street and preaching hatred against these people.
Does that make you better to lower yourself to their standards?
It just makes it, it exposes the double standard. The fact that they would be standing out there long after you're chased away by the cops for some rule that the mayor would come up with for inciting a riot and speaking hate speech.
Nobody takes them seriously.
That's hate speech.
Like all of their anger and their rage, it is of no value. They're standing there on crates, but they're really getting nothing done.
Well, then racists against black people should be able to spew the same hate and ugliness and nastiness on the other side of the street with impunity.
Where are all of those brave National Socialists and brave Klansmen? Not even in their uniforms. Where are all these brave white people to just go as citizens and stand there?
Guaranteed they would have such problem getting a permit and even being able to stand there.
No permit. Why not as a bunch of citizens? Where are all those brave souls?
Because you'd be arrested.
Stand there in front of them and listen, and then yell back.
You'd be arrested.
You can stand there and yell back.
Oh, you can yell back at them?
Sure.
Oh, I've seen that. But by the way, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen it. But I'm talking about an organized group that every day goes into Times Square and preaches their hate and their want of violence against a certain group of people. Where is that?
We should get one of these guys on the air.
Oh, God.
Would you not think that is just as ugly as what these guys are doing?
Of course it is. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not rah-rahing for the other side, dude. You're missing my point. I'm saying that there's no balance there because the law will not allow a balance there.
This is also these guys are not a reflection on white weakness. Them existing and doing that is not a direct reflection of white people being cowards or afraid of them. Individually, yeah, it's 15 black guys on the street, you don't want to. But if you also notice these brave souls, they're not standing in Bensonhurst. They know where they are, too. These guys are no different than any other group. They're not dummy.
They also know there's police. Yeah, there's police
of course
protection
there
around
is.
them. Yeah.
Do you think they would stand there comfortably in Bensonhurst? Of course they wouldn't. There'd be fucking 200 people throwing rocks at them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we got BJ from Memphis. He wants to ask you a question. He's a black guy, which is important for the discussion. What's up, BJ?
What's up, fellas? Anthony, I would just like to know where you get your fear of black people from.
I have no fear of black people, sir. I have no fear of black people.
Aren't you Sicilian?
He said he's not afraid of black people,
Yeah,
but I think
I'm
you're
Sicilian.
right.
You know, the Moors. They did a lot of fucking. My great-great-great-great-grandmother. I have no fear. No fear at all. I walked out of the mall the other day with my fucking MacBook in my hand, being followed by 5 young African American gentlemen into a darkly lit parking garage, as they were eyeballing the shit out of me. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And no problem?
You didn't tell us this.
Nary a fucking problem. I got right in my Escalade, gave them a look. They looked back at me. Everything is fine. Fine and dandy.
Did you?
I didn't do anything. I just walked.
I'm just saying,
I just walked. I just walked. People have a sixth sense about those things, I think. I have no problems. I love black people.
This was a real thing that went on with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Walking out, getting the eyeball. Getting the fucking eyeball. I hate that fucking eye. Don't fucking look at me like that. I'm not a mark. I'm not a victim. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Hey, things have happened. You ever see that guy lose his fingers as he got that bag ripped out of his fucking hand at the mall? Holy shit.
You know how hard it is to get my eyes to get this big? I got tiny little squinty eyes, man, but they're as big as that guy in the fucking rowboat from Caddyshack right now. Damn.
All right. My truck was very close to where I left.
Between the lines.
No, let me just say my truck was.
Say anything or
No, I'm not saying, and I'm not saying anything.
Sure.
My truck was very close to the door, so when I walked out, I didn't have to walk very far to get to my truck. I honestly think, and this is from someone whose head's on a swivel, not a paranoid person, somebody who would back away from a gathering or a situation I see rather than let guilt put me in a dangerous situation, which people have been guilty of in the past. But I think if my car wasn't that close and I wasn't getting into it, there might have been some type of situation.
Maybe, sure.
Because they were absolutely looking. I'm walking out with what amounts to, a $2,500 computer in my hand, no bag. You could see it. It's just a little Apple carrying case. So I think if I didn't, because when I got into my truck, I was being fucking eyeballed like a motherfucker.
They were just following you out?
Followed me out. And I got into my truck. They were backed off me a little bit. And I think they thought I was going to continue walking further down the parking lot, into the garage, into the dark parking garage. And I got right into my vehicle, and they kind of stopped and just looked at me.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like,
hey, you're right.
This isn't paranoia.
Nope. And then I backed out, and I could have taken one exit one way, but I came back around just so I could drive right past them and give them a little smile on the way out.
That's good. You made it worse for this white guy.
I gave him a little smile on the way out. Yeah, I probably did, but hey, fuck that.
We should get one of these guys. I would love to interview one of these fucking black Israelites.
Why not?
If they would come in the studio.
We should do what Kevin Smith does and embrace these people.
Yeah, right?
Isn't he having the Westboro people on stage at one of his premieres?
Is he really? Is he doing that?
That's what I'm hearing.
Smart move.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. We should get him on the phone maybe to talk about that for a couple minutes. But
dude, these guys are hateable guys.
Making pornography featuring excrement. Right, and I don't want to watch that before I eat lasagna.
That's tough. We
Some guy was making fun of the guy.
Yeah, we should get some clips of that maybe for
sure. We really should, because they're just yelling. It's almost like a bunch of children who have a little place in the backyard where they can yell and make noise, and mom and dad let them. Go ahead, yell all your dirty words.
We're going to the clubhouse.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's
Clubhouse.
on a giant level, they're not dangerous or a threat to anything.
Yeah, let's get them on the phone. We should do that because we talk about this.
I'd rather
a
have one
lot.
of the guys in studio.
We bring this up a lot, so we should maybe talk to them.
Or a couple guys in here. I'd love to have a couple in here.
Hey, by the way, you got the iPad too. What's the difference? I think I'm holding out.
What's the difference?
Because you went and got that as well as the computer, right?
Yeah, it's got a camera. Processors are faster.
FaceTime.
Yeah, you got FaceTime on there.
FaceTime is pretty amazing.
Comes with iMovie.
So you could edit some shit.
Yeah, shit like that.
I want to get it.
It's smaller. It's lighter. Looks cool.
Is the screen smaller?
No.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's I think it's just new, so it's cool. It smells good when I take it out of the package.
I love that. I want to go to the Apple store today, but I don't know if I know anybody.
Oh,
I know people.
Working number.
Oh,
I knew somebody in the Apple store.
I know. What are you doing?
But I was saying I just called him, and that's what I'm getting, that message.
Oh, really?
The number you dialed is no good, so he probably changed it knowing the kid would be calling.
The kid.
He knew the kid would be on the phone soon.
I don't understand that I saw people on a line that was 3 to 4 hours long.
Oh, dude,
wow.
to
get the iPad too?
Man, I saw that video you posted. It was the Apple Store in New York City, and it went completely around an entire city block and further.
It made because a lot of people are asking. It made an S shape from the door, if that makes sense. So S shape around the one block was half the S, and then loop back around. So it was 3/4 of one block, and then made the top part of the S. Wait, or would it be about?
Was it a flying W?
I guess it would be a backwards.
They did it
S,
smart
right?
though. By the way the way they had the Apple is smart. The way they had the people out there keeping the line split.
It was almost 2 complete blocks, is what I'm getting at.
Massive.
Almost. And yeah, I filmed the video, and you know what? I saw that line all day. By the time I finally said I got to do something with this, the line was actually shorter for the people that did check out that video, if you could believe that.
Really?
The line was actually shorter than what I showed in that video. And I had to run just to get to the end of the line. It took 4 minutes. It's a 4-minute video of going from the front of the line to the back of the line. 4 minutes on video is an eternity.
Yeah, I liked when it's like, oh, so this is the end of the line. I get in here. It's like, and everybody panics. No, further you go.
But
how mad?
How bad do you need it on the first day? I don't understand that. Is that just a tech thing? Tech heads just need it first?
You want to. It's like anything else where people wait online.
Now, I would understand.
I would never wait online. Though.
I should have interviewed some of those people because I'm wondering if they waited online to get the iPad 2 to turn around and make a profit off it.
A few people.
But most people just needed it that day.
Yeah, I think people just like because it's out there and you want to be the person that's playing around with it.
But why?
I don't know necessarily either. But I'm willing. I want them the first day badly. I'm just not willing to do that.
Right.
But I understand the want of it because I want it as bad as they do. They're just more willing to do something I'm not.
But there was a weird excitement in the air. So maybe people get caught up in that, like they want to be part of something. Because even like the Apple employees were like rah-rahing everybody.
They do the same thing at the mall I was at.
You see a little bit of that in my video, but in general they're rah-rahing and there's cheers going on.
Ooh,
and
yeah, they're high-fiving everybody that's coming in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what is this? Cult. Fucking cult is
Apple
what it is.
Apple has an amazing... There's something about the smell of those fucking stores.
I know.
And the packages. I don't know what they do.
Great.
There's fucking heroin in the fucking vents at Apple.
Right.
I don't know what gets you so hooked.
I don't get it.
You have to have the new thing. Dude, I'm an Apple jizzbag fanboy.
Yeah.
Hey, I
hate
love
myself.
Me too.
I definitely love a lot of their stuff. I blew off the iPhone when Atrix. I'm digging my Atrix, by the way. But I love the Apple
isolate
stuff.
that. Because this will eventually be replayed when you said I'm digging my Atrix. Eventually, it's going to be iPhone.
We'll see.
I think everyone's going to go in that direction.
I was happy to go Atrix. And
is it
so
all
far,
touch?
So good. Yeah,
like it's all glass.
Yeah, it's nice. I definitely like it so far. But I don't understand why you would wait online that long for anything. I'm trying to think what I would wait online that long for.
Nice piece of pussy.
Yeah.
Well,
Despicable?
Despicable.
Well, the black lady's like, what is everyone waiting for? And I go, well, it's free blowjobs for the guys. She was outraged.
Outraged.
She was outraged.
She wanted to be there giving them.
She was so outraged. I was running, and I don't think the video picked it up, but she was mad that I said that to her.
Really pissed.
And I actually had to say, oh, I'm sorry about that, but I couldn't help it. I'm sorry that you're the victim here today, but that video's up on the Facebook page, Opie and Anthony, if you want to check it out for yourself.
Heather Height twittered, she goes, you fuckers, that's my black Israelites bit idea, but I want to bring snacks at a chair and clap and laugh.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you just sit down with snacks.
A little
Like
launch.
it's a bad comedy movie.
Like a movie.
But that,
yeah.
Woo! Cheer them on.
Yeah. But to Heather and the rest of the people that have it, it's just an idea until you do it. So go and do it. If it comes out well, I'll retweet that shit
is a
for
good
you,
one.
Heather.
Go 3D glasses. Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
3D glasses.
That would be.
Wow, it looks like they're right here.
Yeah. It looks like the re-release of an Ooh, Do I Want to Name a Movie?
Yeah.
Those guys suck.
Hey, did we, speaking of videos, did we post Anthony's sitcom video?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's on our Facebook page.
It's our Facebook page. We can do whatever the fuck we want, man.
Yes.
This is a bit, did you see it?
I certainly did not, Gregory.
Oh, boy.
My sitcom opening.
It's
a tribute to the 80s sitcom.
Can I? I just got to ask you one thing.
Okay.
Did not see that.
And it's not the other thing that people are talking about.
All right. Let's see.
Can I mention this?
Oh, yeah.
It bothered me so much.
I know. That was my mistake.
When you go to the Facebook page, and hopefully you see my iPad video, but also see Live from the Compound sitcom opening is up there that Ant did with his girl. It's a great take on sitcoms and how they opened up in what?
Play the little
80s.
music.
Oh, who did the song?
I don't know. I found it.
Oh, you just found it?
Yeah, it's...
See, it's more of a visual.
Yeah.
But
like, if anybody could identify this.
It's a sitcom opening where the characters don't realize they're being filmed, so they turn toward the camera and smile, all happy and stuff.
And look what book she's got.
Oh, I Hate Your Guts.
Yes, I Hate Your Guts book.
You have to replace that with boats down there.
And then this entry.
Anthony comes home with his laundry bag. Hey,
I know.
It's always the nodding head.
Yeah. Andrew's a laundry bag full of fucking white supremacist literature.
And look, there's a mismatched sock. One's black, one's white.
Yeah, she throws the black one out because she's in your house.
And then it starts getting a little weird. She's suffocating me.
I want to go back. I'm amazed you guys knew where the laundry room was in that place. Did you have to ask someone where it was so you could film it for this?
How come all the white sheets don't have eye holes in them?
Yeah. And now it's getting more and more violent.
Anthony punched her in the face.
I felt her in the face.
Her out. But then she gets you back. You're on the couch with the computer. Hits you with the shovel.
That's great.
The shovel. And then, well, she pays.
And then Ant's hacking her apart in her tub. But there's a film flub.
Yep.
The fake blood is on the side of the tub.
Right, in a bowl.
You forgot to move that. Not that it takes
that's hilarious. Oh, you boo.
Boo. I'm like, Ed, it's a perfect video, but you fucking left the bowl of
There's a bowl of blood there
on the side of the tub.
You know what? Everything was covered in it so much that I didn't even notice until it was done, and I was like, "Oh shit!
Yeah,
can't do that over again."
No, that you should though. That's the way you should do it. Just leave the fake blood right out there.
I know it kind of ruins the whole illusion.
I told Anna it looks like it could be a candle.
No, I said it's the bowl that I was using to cut her heart out and put her heart in there.
All right, so there you go. It's still
there.
It still works.
Ain't working.
No. I like when I see a plane in the green screen. I like when they pan back and I can just see the crew around.
Yeah,
I pointed that out because I'm a film flub douchebag.
That's on my OPANT XM YouTube. It's also on, I think, it is on Funny or Die. Also,
it's on Facebook though. And that's the easiest
Facebook,
place.
and
we linked everything through our Facebook page. Anthony. So
I'm in that.
Yeah, very good. That's very good. So
yeah, I like doing little videos like that. A lot of fun.
All right,
well, good to do on a little Saturday afternoon.
We'll break here.
We have John Jones calling in. I was hoping to get him in studio, but he's fighting for the light heavyweight championship.
And there's a Strike Force thing happening. We'll talk about it after the break.
Yes, and he fights on Saturday. We're going to that.
No, I can't.
Why? Why?
Oh, actually, no, I can actually.
I'm going to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, because I was thinking of going to Boston with you.
Boston.
I
You
might
got
be
a Boston gig this weekend.
Yes,
right?
I do. And I'm doing the Wilbur Theater, 2 shows, and then I come back late that night and go to UFC the next night in Prudential Center in Jersey.
Yeah, my thing was to go to Boston with you, and then because you creeps like drive home in the middle of the night, and then I would stay the night.
You creeps.
They're creeps.
Oh, I know.
They go to these places that could be
flee
cool,
the town,
and then they're done with the gig at 2 a.m. or whatever, and then they drive home. Like, why not fucking have a nice hotel room, sleep in, maybe check out the city a little bit, then go home?
Because honestly,
these creeps leave in the middle of the night always.
I travel so much that the travel becomes, it's a big part. It's almost like I've sat in so much traffic. I'm like, why would I spend hours doing this when I could be home and just sleep?
So I blew off the idea of going to Boston with you because, like I said, you guys will leave. And
we'll leave.
I'll just be there
2 a.m,
wondering what to do. So now I'm going to go UFC on Saturday. Where is it?
It's Prudential Center in Jersey. It's John
nice.
Jones against Shogun Ra.
Nice.
And Uriah Faber's fighting.
Faber's fighting again.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
nice.
Really?
All right. Well, we're gonna have him on the phone. Not Faber. We're gonna have John Jones on, right?
Yeah, he's a black fighter. He's the longest reach in the UFC. He's very fucking good, man.
See, I don't know half these guys.
No,
just when I think I know a lot of them, I realize I barely know any of these.
Me and
guys.
Bobby got a photo with him when we were at UFC, but I didn't know who he was at the time. Bob's like, this guy's fucking. Bob knows a lot about UFC. He's like, this guy's is great.
Very
and
cool.
Rashad Evans got hurt, so now this guy's taking his place in the fight.
All right, cool.
You, by the way, hold on.
Wow.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Don't worry.
Oh,
Don't worry. It's,
Is this good news for me?
It's no, of course it's
Why not?
What happened?
I want good news.
Let
I
me
want the iPad too.
Exactly. That's this.
I'll pay for it.
Speaker. And we'll play this. Hold on.
You see the traffic, you dumb fucking cunt.
Bob.
Hey, Anthony. Kelly, you got a fucking iPad? God damn it. My fucking connection failed miserably. I'm so fucking annoyed right now. Just failed. Oh, God. I love you, but I despise you right now that you have it in your fucking hand. You just walked in. God damn it. This business sucks.
His business
and
sucks.
and you know him. He is one of those guys
was-
that needs this shit when it comes out.
He was losing his mind, and
needs
all
it.
we were doing was texting him pictures of all of us because we all went back to my house after our iPad shopping spree that we did. And we were just texting Bobby pictures of us with our iPads.
That's hilarious.
And he was getting really mad.
I should have fucking. Please, if anybody has a connection in New York, there's 2 stores, 67th and just to burn Bob Kelly.
Yes.
I want an iPad too. And I will just take pictures of it, and I want to do nothing but annoy that fucking idiot.
I got a guy at ours. I got the magic card right
Oh,
here.
you do? I had one, but I lost. His number's no good anymore.
I got a guy. His card says expert.
Expert?
That's all it says.
At what?
I got a guy.
Okay.
He's an Apple expert?
It just says expert.
Maybe he sells fruit or something. Apples. Expert.
We can go after the show. Let's go talk to my guy.
Yeah, I need to go.
After the show.
I didn't need an iPad 2 that badly, so I didn't go
I
with
really
my
do
guy.
want one.
I like this one. It's only 2 months old. I'm good for now.
I don't need one either.
I'm good for now.
And then I had to buy a new fucking MacBook, too.
Why?
Because my other one is 2 months old, and they came out with the quad processor and the fucking Thunderbolt interface.
2 months later?
Yeah.
Besides,
Where's all the old stuff go?
Yeah.
Well, I'm using both of them now. I render on one, and then I can work on the other while the other project's rendering.
Well, what did you do with the one? Like the one, obviously we know kind of porn is on that one. So
Right.
after you wipe it clean.
Shit. I use both of them, like a Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I'm working 2 keyboards and shit. It's good. You could fucking.
That's cool.
You get some shit done.
All right, why don't we break? Oh, by the way, those blue things are for fishing. Someone told me.
What?
Because it's a fishing city there, a fishing town.
I'm gonna do a lot of fishing.
That's a lot of fucking fish, then.
Yes.
Because my God,
I forgot. Someone told me what it was, and now I'm way past.
what's happening to this guy?
It has
don't
something
know.
to do with fishing.
What's happening to that gentleman?
I think he got shot or something. He's fallen down a hill. Or he got.
Is this
down.
Iran or well, who knows? Everyone's not even paying attention to the outrage that Gaddafi is like kind of winning.
How did he figure that shit out?
He's fucking...
I thought he was dead in the water.
They said, and this was classic, they said that the rebels just don't know what the fuck they're doing, and if they just dig trenches and get in holes when bombs fall, that they'd be much better off. But they're so unorganized that they don't even know to dig a hole and get in the fucking thing when planes and artillery are hitting you.
I'm amazed he's surviving that.
I think he's going to pull this one off.
Just
to tell you the
amazed.
truth.
Yeah.
They're kind of crushing the rebellion. The rebellion.
Tips on how to talk to your kids about the tsunami. The news is just ridiculous.
But I want to know how to talk about my kids.
Can we?
Yes.
There's no way. I mean, it's universal. It's everywhere. Look at
Well, when
as
I
we're
say,
speaking.
Dick, when I say censor, I'm
Dick.
saying
Just
look
call
at
him
the
Dick.
information first, as far as the websites that you choose to share with your kids, because you want to use
open to their
information that's
questions.
much
Try
more
not to be
age appropriate
alarmist.
instead of
Give them
just putting in
censored
tsunami
information.
and then seeing whatever comes up and sharing.
You lie
with
to
them.
your kids,
So
that's what it's saying.
Preview it first and then share the
Atomic
information.
catastrophe
The important
coming,
thing is
kids.
to get them
Run
into the
for your
mind frame
lives.
of looking
I'll tell
at
you how to
what is
talk
going
to 'em.
on
Oh,
more from
no.
a scientific
Yeah, you give them
point
another
of
example
view
of
instead
tsunami
just
of fluid coming
the
out.
emotion of it only.
That's what I
Because
go,
they are
Paul,
going to
that's
be scared.
terrible.
There's no way to avoid that, but you can help to manage some of that
I
fear.
think a lot of these kids think it's so far away.
Yeah,
I really have to
they're
say.
disconnected.
It
Yeah,
is.
You know, I was watching with my son, granted he's 16 years old.
No
We're
one gives
talking
a
about
fuck.
it with my
Oh.
nieces and stuff.
He's embarrassed
They
right
really,
now.
maybe it's
He's a
different. I
tent
don't
in
know.
his pants.
They don't
Stupid
feel
mom's
concerned
big
about
tits
it.
are right there.
Well, you know
They
what?
feel it's so far
I think some
away.
adults are more concerned.
But you know what?
really.
They
That's
should
one you
be a
don't wanna
little
go
bit more
after.
concerned
Who
about
is
it
that?
because they do
All
have
right.
Japanese
Let me just
American
write this
friends.
word down
They
for
do
you.
have children who whose parents perhaps have
Well,
come
that
from
part I can
Hawaii,
understand, but
and
they
so
don't
they
feel
should
immediate
be.
concern for themselves.
Well, here's what's going to happen when they
Don't
go to
touch
school.
me.
This sort of thing is going to start being
one I don't touch.
talked about.
Really?
The teachers
Yeah, I
are
don't
going to
know.
talk about. How many people know what a tsunami?
shit.
Where did the word tsunami come from? It's a Japanese word. You know that means
Nami did
harbor,
something bad and was taken to
tsunami,
court and
wave.
litigated
So
against.
when you
No,
start
no, no,
looking
it was
at more of the
Susanami.
science of that, this is something that is happening in the world.
Oh,
yes,
Chip.
it's far away.
Shut up. Kids know way more than parents in general.
Yeah, don't worry
Black
about it.
nerd is really annoying me. I don't like black nerds. That should be a white person thing. Black nerds just look unnatural. They're like fucking white breakdancers.
Yeah.
Or
It
white
looks-
rappers. They're
it looks
creepy.
silly.
Just think Urkel, right?
It's creepy.
You always think Urkel. Look at him.
Urkel. He kind of has an Urkel look to him.
That is an Urkel.
Do you understand the white newscasters are looking at him like, shut up, you fag?
Nah, the guy on the left is a complete nerd asshole.
A nerd.
I study these fucking people, and now when I saw walking into a yoga fucking studio all
Yeah.
the weekend.
I was over in Japan when the quake hit, by the way.
Yeah, what happened there?
I was tsunami was how I was saving people. They were like, Chip, help us out.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? How many people did you save?
75, something. There was stuff blowing by. I'm like, what are all these blue things? I was throwing them.
How'd you stay away from the water?
I was riding the waves and stuff. I was on top of a car just surfing and grabbing people out of trees. Helping them.
Surfing?
On top of the car.
Because a lot of stuff, but a lot of the debris would have hurt you.
Nah, but I was like, whatever. Saving people.
Lying Chip is the word.
I was just saying they were helping them out. I'll help you, but give me some money.
Oh, you charged them to help you?
Yeah.
Or for you to help them?
Yeah.
How much you make?
$400,000.
These numbers, ridiculous.
I actually want to talk to Ted today desperately because I remember when Heath Ledger died. That someone's reminded me, and I appreciate that. Neon Taster, Israel checking in.
Mm-hmm.
He said that Ted talked to the children about how to handle the Heath Ledger situation. So I'm just wondering, maybe after the break, if Ted's around today, he could help us out on how we discuss the tsunami in Japan to our children. And also, I want to find out if he set up some kind of emporium to make a little money off the disaster over there in Japan. I know. I'm just saying.
I'd like to find those.
I'm
I'd like
just
to
hoping.
find those things out as well because I have no idea if Ted's been thinking of that stuff.
Well, that's why I figured maybe in an 8-minute break that maybe.
Yes, Ted may have an idea.
Ted might have something. He might not.
He
That's
may.
all I'm saying.
Yes, I wouldn't hold our breath for Ted's in ideas.
Yeah, it's a little too soon.
Oh no,
for
no.
Ted's emporium.
Oh, not at all. Ted would fire out some ideas if he had them. Sure, he would.
The fuck was your tweet on the tsunami? Were you Galoshes guy?
Oh yeah,
You were Galoshes guy, right?
I said
it was fucking hilarious.
something about
Galoshes.
He was Galoshes guy.
that word.
I don't remember something about bad
He was
news.
talking about the tsunami, man.
Yeah, I tied it in with
galoshes.
Galoshes is a funny word.
It certainly is.
I just don't remember what I
whatever
what I said. But I like to read my own.
I think it's painfully obvious we need a break.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Where's E-Rock today?
Yeah, where is that?
Did he make it into work?
Yeah, Eric's cutting up some stuff to play tag line.
Oh, okay.
Cutting up some fucking pizza.
Yeah, cutting up a rug. He's dancing in a room by himself.
Cutting up a rug.
Yeah, and the music from fucking Escape from New York. I want to see Eric dancing to fucking Ernest Borgnine's tape of Escape from New York.
Can we do that for our amusement?
I really want to see him dancing on a small throw rug.
Oh, God.
After the break, only bring this up because way too many people tweeted about this one as well. Because a lot of times we were like, but this one, I don't know. SNL, did they rip us off?
I am going with a yes on this one.
You are.
And I'm one of the most... I'm always like, the other shit is funny. You think about things, and one guy has one bit, one guy's got another. It doesn't necessarily mean that. This one is so out there and just came out of nowhere.
I feel like we're on the radar as far as SNL goes. Certainly Jimmy Fallon, because Jimmy is, he's a friend of the show. I'm not saying he's ever ripped us off, by the way. Funny or Die. I feel like we're on the radars. Family Guy, maybe South Park. And sometimes it's very suspicious when you see some of this stuff in other places. But this SNL thing is pretty much our Billy the Bass Man.
It was Billy the Bass Man bit. It was definitely Billy the Bass Man.
Making fun of Larry the Cable Guy.
And there really wasn't nothing happened recently that would, spark that.
No, this thing...
Except for the bit.
This thing came out of nowhere during SNL over the weekend. And
I'm not going to say a rip-off. I'll say, an homage. It was an idea.
All we're saying is that maybe someone that is a writer or works for one of the writers at SNL just happens to listen to our show and might have brought an idea to them because it's like, what?
Yeah, you could listen to this show and then go like, that would make a good bit.
Right. The bit was called King of...
the original Kings of Catchphrase Comedy. And it's...
and we only did this a week ago.
It's a bunch of comics, and they have lame... Yeah, turn it up. Let's give it a listen.
Let's do it now. Fuck it.
Boom, boom, boom.
This is the network.
Oh, Christ, how long is this commercial?
I hate the ones that are really long.
Yeah.
5-second ones, fine.
I can handle
But you know
15
what?
even. 15 I'm fine with. Just stop
The
right there.
30s are really starting to get... They're getting a lot of 30s in there now.
Makes you itchy, right?
Oh, boy.
There's a lot of videos I decide not to check out.
Bail out.
Because the commercial hits me. I'm like, you know what? It wasn't that important to me. Sorry, you just lost me.
Yep.
And the world work. Rethink possible.
I ain't giving you fucking... All right, here we go.
You ready to laugh?
It's the original Kings of Catchphrase Comedy Tour. The 4 Kings of Catchphrase are back, and they're going absolutely crazy with David Beef Jelly Winfield.
So my buddy Jimmy said, "Hey man, you want to go to the Waffle House?" And I looked at him and was like, "Man, I ain't going to no house made from no waffles. Beef jelly."
Croatian import, Goran Funky Boy Bogdan.
I go to your Sonic restaurant, I order a plate of Dobrozeki. They tell me the washroom is that way. Ooh, Funky Boy!
Slappy Pappy!
Oh man, if a Dracula is chasing you, turn around and trip the mix. Slappy Pappy, wait.
And Pete Airhorn Schultz. Kings are back. And
I heard Zach was hilarious on SNL, but
that was Zach. All right,
I feel like he decided he didn't want to write anything for this bit. Huh? Said I'll just fucking go out there with
I'm
an air
just going to
horn.
be the air horn guy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
What do you think, Jimmy? That's part of it. We'll play the rest of it in a second here. I mean, obviously,
extraordinarily close, and the timing of it is.
the problem we have is the timing of it because it came out of nowhere literally 2 weeks after we pretty much did this bit with Bob Kelly. Bob Kelly did a brilliant Billy the Bass Man with his catchphrase, "Where are we going?"
Yeah. Where are we going?
It was all about the catchphrase. It wasn't even about the material.
No, that's exactly what they're doing here is just the catchphrase that doesn't even fit.
Right.
It has no reason to be in there.
If this was a year later, whatever.
Yeah.
It's an obvious one that certainly, if you're into writing comedy, you would go with.
If there was a big tour going on where those guys were touring and
right. No, this is a filler bit for SNL.
Yeah,
because SNL tries to go with what's happening in the world. This has nothing to do with anything current, really. It's just something that has been going on in comedy for a while.
Well, there is that. I know the one writer that does listen to the show. B.C. Dudley is a writer for SNL who likes.
Did you see us all get our hopes up? Like, really, someone from SNL?
All you got to do is listen to the names he uses.
I know. Let's continue with the bit, because then it gets really obvious with other comedians. They pop in.
You're dusting off all your old favorite bits, like eating dookie.
You ever come home and catch your wife eating dookie? Talking about, who put this dookie in my hand? You did, you nasty ass bitch. Beef jelly.
Kicked in the Johnson.
I tell you, I'm no luck with American women. I offer them a Criscetti. They kick me straight in my Johnson. Ooh, funky boy.
McDonald's breakfast.
I can't get an Eggy McMuffin because it's 10:35.
Flappy, flappy, wait, wait.
And New York versus L.A. Praise the Lord! The Kings are back, and this time they brought friends. Barry the Plumbing Gentleman. Not in my bait shop. Mike, insert joke here, Henry.
Idaho, insert joke here.
Chip, I'm single, Fenny.
You know what? Yeah, I'm single.
Boston Powers.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Dr. Velociraptor. Addie Newsflash Sweeney.
Newsflash, I'm crazy.
White Bernie Mac.
Y'all bunch of some of my bitches. Some of my bitch.
And of course, Fur Coat Rhonda.
Of course I can afford gas.
If you know their
And the
names,
audience
you
yells.
know their catchphrases.
Slappy, pappy, wait, wait.
The original Kings of Catchphrase Tour. Phrase the roof.
Wow.
Coming soon to bootleg DVD.
The problem, obviously, the timing. We literally did that.
Yeah.
Just a little while ago. You know what's sad about comedy, and probably, well, let's get Jimmy's take on this. They can now take those characters on the road and sell out everywhere. I'm serious. There's enough
That's
idiots.
how that shit is.
There's enough idiots that actually would go, oh, fuck yeah, let's see the SNL catchphrase comedians that.
I will say, if I ever see a guy close to Chip or Ted.
Oh, I know.
Or
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah.
Paul on there, I am going to go fucking bananas.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original characters, man.
Oh,
but the
man.
one that foreign comic, whoever played that guy, if he hit the road, he would sell out now.
Yeah.
People would see that and actually enjoy it. So
Where are we going?
you're saying it's too close, huh?
Yeah. I'm saying definitely that is
because you're a good one with this stuff because you really like.
Yeah, I really kind of. I give the benefit of the doubt all the time.
Right, but not on this one.
Not on this one.
And officially saying not on this one.
That's why you're known as the BOTD kid. The BOTD kid is calling.
Do we have Billy the Bass Man for
Why
break?
am I totally wrong on that? I'm sorry, but that wasn't a ripoff. Anthony is totally wrong on this one. Really? Really? Why would I be totally wrong on this one? It's very similar to Billy the Bass Man and Where Are We Going? Any answer there? No? Well, because it's not even remotely close, dude.
Well,
he just wrote because it's not even remotely close, dude.
All right, that's what you think, and that's fine.
It's the same bit.
But see, when you get one person tweeting saying, I think they ripped you off, and then you don't see any others, you're like, nah, that guy just did not see it. But I'm telling you, a lot of people tweet about this one. A lot.
The whole gist of our bit is the fact that he has a catchphrase.
And that's why.
That doesn't make any sense in any context with his material. And then he blurts it out at the end of the joke.
Right.
And that was the exact same thing they were doing.
Right.
And it started with just a goof on fucking Larry the Cable Guy.
Get her done. So we said, look, man, if you're a comedian, if you just get a catchphrase, you'll do much better because Larry the Cable Guy was a regular comedian before he came up with the character and the catchphrase, and then that's what led to Billy the Bass Man and Where Are We Going? And now SNL is doing catchphrase comedy. It's the same fucking thing, asshole.
As long as I don't take my stupid catchphrase, that's all. I'll go nuts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't say it then, Jimmy. Don't do it.
But that's,
Don't
everybody knows
say it. Don't say it. Don't say your catchphrase.
Cut the mustard. But how would you use that? Ba-da-da, couldn't cut the mustard!
You have to go ba-da-da.
My girlfriend got so mad at me one time we were arguing, and I kept saying somebody couldn't cut the mustard, and I didn't realize it was an old man expression that was.
Oh, it really is.
But she told me after, she wanted to choke me.
You didn't use it as a goof?
No, I was angry. Somebody couldn't cut the mustard. I'm an older gentleman.
You used it as it's supposed to be used.
Oh, yeah. Cut the mustard, cunt.
Why you?
I get people mad at me on Twitter because I'm using old man phrases as a goof, but they think, oh, what an old man that you're using that. I'm like, no, you idiot, that's the goof. Only an old guy would say broad. I was fucking goofing, you idiot.
Oh, to bring up, jeez, that was a nice one.
I called Kim Kardashian a dodo bird, and they're like, that's an old phrase. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm using it.
You dodo bird.
No one wants to be called a dodo bird.
I don't like that type of language. It's hurtful.
One more thing about the little
the
80s
SNL thing?
No, the 80s
sitcom.
Oh, the 80s
sitcom thing.
Somebody actually wrote, "Dude, funny, but you got a little carried away with the transitions." It's like,
that's the.
Do you get the point? The point is that those old shows had the horrid, bad transitions. Like some people just they're retarded.
You don't think he was saying that like to be obvious, like a goof?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Like you could tell when somebody got the joke, and but that one was like, really? You think that I got a little crazy on the transitions? Oh God,
It's a tinkle.
Joke.
Yeah, they need Twitter's got to hire Twitter police that just yanks accounts for stupidity.
Good luck.
No, I know.
They'd be out there yanking and yanking. Jay Moore got all fucking pissed off.
Jay Moore.
He got in a tizzy.
Why?
I had a private conversation with Jay Moore about it. I don't know if he
Jay Moore's.
He made a lot of sense.
Jay Moore's made a lot of sense.
The Twitter police.
He made a lot of sense. He's saying he's done with Twitter.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, they let him.
Okay, they censored one of my Twitter photos, which they shouldn't have.
Who did?
It's Twitter, because I had a picture of a strap-on lady or something. Like it's a movie at my house, and I twittered a photo of it, and they're like, it violates.
They usually remove the photo. What do you mean?
They did remove it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
But it didn't violate anything.
Oh really?
You got to find another site. I forget which one is good with that stuff. You just got to find another site for those special pictures you want to tweet. You got to have a couple different places you go with your stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't Twitter.
You got to stay one step ahead of them.
Yeah.
Let's break. We don't have time to play Billy the Bass Man now. 10 o'clock hour. We're really starting to produce the 10 o'clock hour. And the 10 o'clock hour today, you'll hear the original Billy the Bass Man bit. Cut down, by the way, because we did it all morning.
Oh, yeah. We went on and
I think we got a 10-minute version for everybody in the 10 o'clock hour. And then you could decide for yourself if it's exactly what SNL ripped off.
Yes,
Okay?
please.
Okay.